Hi everyone, very good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. My name is Shreya Chabra, and I'm co-founder at Ledroid India, and I welcome you all on behalf of the whole Ledroid India team. So, before starting with the session, let me just brief you out about why we have gathered together. Today, we are going to discuss about your roles and responsibilities in internship and what you can expect in this internship. So, before starting, can I just have a quick go through about you? Like what you do, in which year you are currently in. Okay, so we'll just have a quick round of introduction. Can I just know how many of you are there from first year? Just raise your hand. First year students. Okay, anyone from second year? Just quickly raise your hand so we can start with the session. Third year. That's wonderful. We have many students from third year. That means you already have experience of internship. You must have done internships before. Fourth year students over here. People from fourth year, please raise your hand. Others, please lower down your hands. Okay, great. Anyone from the final year? Okay. Now, masters people. How many of you are doing masters? I just saw someone texting. I'm doing masters. Okay. Perfect. Great. So, yeah, it's good to have you all. And since you are from, like, mostly people are there from third year, and I think very few of them are from first year or second year. So, don't worry, we'll be providing you proper guidance on how to do internship tasks and everything. I hope you all have already gone through the mail which you must have received on your mail ID, providing you the details of the internship. And did anyone of you get a chance to go through the details about Ledroid? Like, what do we do? Can anyone explain me, like, what you understood? What do we do actually? Anyone would like to volunteer? No problem. So that's what we are here for, to like let you know what we actually do and what you will be learning with us in this platform. So first thing I'll share is that before you join any company, okay, I'm not saying this like this is internship. It's totally understandable that you are totally new to the career thing. You don't know that much like how to create your career. You are currently in a pathway, right? So, first thing is whenever you go for an interview in any organization, read about the organization. They like it when you are aware of where you are applying. Many people apply at multiple places. I'm sure you must have also applied at multiple places while applying for internship, not being aware of where you are actually applying. So make sure that you read about the organization when you are going for an interview, because you might end up with a question where the interviewer is asking you, what does our company do, what do you know about it? And if you don't know that, that's a total no no. Okay, so this is just a guidance. Okay, now let's move towards like what are the things you'll be learning. This With this session we aim at providing you with certain guidelines on if you have any difficulty in choosing your career path. We are trying to help you in providing you a proper guidance as well, like how you can create your career, providing you knowledge about how different type of career paths in law look like. So does anyone of you are over here who have like any confusion with the career? Anyone, please raise your hand. Like, still figuring out what to do, don't know what to do, like that. Others, have you all already decided that what you want to do, have proper knowledge about in which field you want to create your career in? Mostly majority of you are still in the figuring out zone, right? Like, don't know what the practical world looks like and all. So basically, we'll be coming on to it. The main purpose of the session is to understand what career aspect interests you more, and based on that we'll be providing you task as well during this internship. So it is actually being fruitful towards your career as well. You are just not utilizing your time and doing some organization task, you're actually learning from it. Starting with the same, let's understand about Ledroid first. What do we do? Is an edtech platform registered under Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Our main focus is to provide you proper practical knowledge by way of various law sessions, courses, webinars, and workshops. Some of our courses are self-paced, means you'll be receiving recorded lectures and all, and some of them are live courses. So you'll be having proper interactive sessions as well. Our major aim is to assist you with your career pathways, to provide you internships. We also help you with job placements and career guidances, and different other services we also provide, such as company registrations and much more. Okay, that's a brief about Ledroid. Some of you are already there in the general group of Ledroid India, where we share about internship and job opportunities. In case you are not there, we'll share a link in the group, in your internship group, so stay updated over there. Your internship tasks will be shared in that particular group only. We'll be sharing details about your certificates as well in that group, so stay connected over there. Now, after this call, we'll be sharing the general group link as well. That's for everyone. You can join that. And yeah, let's know about internship as well. So your internship is for a period of 1 month. The duration is starting 12th October till your 11th November. Okay, in this 1 month period we'll be doing different type of tasks, which mainly involve like you'll be learning about article writing, case analysis, drafting, and video creations and all. So other tasks which may be assigned to you based on the requirements and all, but majorly we'll be providing you these type of tasks only, where you have to do the research, where you have to do case analysis or draft. For each task you'll be provided with proper guidance on how to do it. So the way we are doing this session, there will be one more session where we'll be providing you how to do case analysis or how to do video creation and all. So after guidance only you'll be able to do things. And don't worry, we will be providing you with the recording of this session as well, so that in case you want to figure out or you missed out on any point, you can refer the recording of the same. Okay, can I have your thumbs up on it, so that I know that I'm not going too far and you are able to understand everything? Perfect. Thank you very much. So now let's understand what are the perks of this internship. So this is an unpaid internship, but we make sure that you're learning through it. It is actually beneficial for you. That's why we also provide you free access to Ledroid's legal webinars, and our webinars are totally practical. You will not be learning about courses, you will be actually learning about the skills which you can actually imply, which you can actually use somewhere. Apart from that, we also provide you access to some free courses. So we'll be sharing, if you are doing great along with the tasks, we also provide you access to some of our free courses as well. We In case you have any doubt, we totally understand that you're currently in the learning zone. So if you have any doubt, feel free to reach us out with your queries. We are there to resolve it. Along with the internship, after the internship you'll be getting proper internship experience, letter of recommendation, as well as certificate which you can use anywhere. So yeah, that's all about the internship perks and everything. Now let's move forward with your career aspects. So the major purpose of this session is to know and to provide you guidance as well about different career pathways in law. Based on that, you will decide your field, in which field you want to create your career, and thereafter we will be providing you tasks. So there are different fields in law. Basically, let's divide it into two parts only. First is your litigation and the other one is corporate. Now when we say corporate, everyone thinks that the corporate is limited to doing a job in company, that's all. But no, it is an overall a major area. Like, it covers a lot of things. It cannot be limited to only one thing, that is like working in a company. Working in a company involves learning about litigation as well. So being a corporate lawyer does not only mean that you should be aware of contract drafting, You should be only aware of how things at corporate works. It also involves that you should be aware of how the court proceedings work. So litigation, it is very easy to define. Litigation in itself again is a very major, area. Like there is civil litigation, criminal litigation, real estate litigation, and much more. But again, when we say litigation, it is clear that we are working in court. We have to appear in court. But in corporate, it can be that you are working in court, or it can be that you're working in a company, or it can also involve tasks like where you have to appear before court, or where you have to work within the organization and handle its matter. So we'll be discussing majorly about your what type of role you can expect in corporate sector. So when you are applying for jobs, you'll majorly come across different type of positions, such as your contract management, legal associate, in-house counsel, or junior legal associate. Have you come across these type of positions before? Have you? Anyone has seen these type of opportunities or read about it before? Correct. So we'll be understanding what type of roles you can expect in these positions and what do they actually do. The major purpose of this session is again is to provide you guidance. Okay, I hope it is helpful for you. I'm not boring you out and you are actually interested in learning about it. Can I have thumbs up so that I can proceed ahead? Thank you. So now let us understand that when we say that you are applying for a role in a law firm, what are the roles you can expect? Now, law firms also uh, have specialization in different fields, such as your mergers and acquisitions, or banking, or your corporate governance, and all. So, when we work in a law firm, they require us to have knowledge about from A to Z knowledge. Okay, it's impossible that as a fresher you know the actual practical things, but in terms of knowledge, they want us to be aware of the process, like how things are done actually. So, let's say the basic thing which they will ask you in every interview, every corporate interview, wherever you are going, is contracts. So, wherever you are going, major in contracts first. That will help you a lot in your career if you are especially planning to create your career in corporate. If it's litigation, you have to cover up things from CPC and CRPC. Basically, you have to major in that thing and understand about. Now, in all the things, the major one thing is contract drafting or your legal drafting. These are the two drafting skills that essentially play a role in your day-to-day work basis. So whatever work you are doing in the organizations, you should be aware of how to draft, how to do research. You should be aware of how to communicate as well. So we come across many people who literally don't know how to draft a mail, who don't know how to do a research. The major basic task which can be expected from a fresher is to know how to do a research. Your senior has given you a task on provide me details on this particular case law, and you don't know how to do research on the same. That will majorly affect your career. You don't know how to do a simple task, and you are studying in law school, you have studied for 5 years, and you still don't know how to do research. So internships are the time where you can do trial and error process. You can know how to do research. You can know how to actually provide proper structured guidelines to your seniors, how you can help them. So first few years of your career will be all about learning as well, but if you start during your law schools, it can eventually help you in getting a good job once you pass out of your law school. So let's understand the task you can understand in LPO. You can get in LPO. What is LPO? The major type of jobs you can get in corporate will be coming from LPO only, and this field is currently in trend in India. LPOs have been increasing gradually, and you'll come across major job opportunities from LPO. The full form of LPO is legal process outsourcing. I'm not sure, but there's a myth in law colleges that LPOs are not the actual, provide you the work scenario of a lawyer. Because the thing is that in LPO, you don't need to have a bar license to actually get a work in, to actually properly work in LPO. But you are actually working as a lawyer, but it can be majorly that you're working in UK, US cases. So the work you'll be getting in LPO will be all of foreign work, Germany or your France and other places work can be provided to you. Now you must be thinking that how you, after studying Indian law, how you can work on the work which is provided to you from other countries. Thing is that in LPUs you get the work majorly focusing on contracts. That's why the contract is the most essential skill which you should be aware of. Contract is a universal agreement. It's more like universal topic which every countries have, every businesses follow, every business enter into transactions through contracts. And the universal language which we all follow in workplaces is your English. So all you need is a proper knowledge about contract, and the second is about having a good communication skills and way of understanding. So corporate is very easy. All you need is to have confidence, all you need is to have proper good communication skills, and third is have good knowledge about contracts. If you have proper these three skills, you'll be able to get any job, you'll be able to impress any of your seniors, and you'll be able to properly work as well. Now let us understand about the type of role you can expect while working as in-house counsel. So this is more of your advanced level of job which you can get only after you have thorough knowledge about different fields as well. I'm not talking about just contract. In order to get a job as in-house counsel, you should be having proper knowledge about intellectual property rights, mergers and acquisitions, banking, and different other fields as well. So some companies majorly require that to be able to apply for the position as in-house counsel, you should also have a bar license. So you'll be working in a corporate, but you are also expected to have a bar license and also have experience of appearing before the court. So for this role you can apply, usually the best time to apply is after gaining at least 1 to 2 years of litigation experience. Then if you try to apply in companies, it will be very fruitful for you, because companies want someone as a working as a full time lawyer who have actual practical knowledge of working in a court, and that can help them out. Understood? Now let us understand about the work you can get in consulting firms. So what do you think the work can be there in consulting firms, and what do they actually do? Anyone who would like to, take a mere guess what type of work you can expect in consulting firms? Yes, no, just give me an answer. You want to answer advisory?
Advising on the legal compliances that a business should comply with.
Yes, correct. So consulting firms are your major firms that help other organizations, that help other firms. They help other companies in managing their legal cases, in helping them managing legal compliances, and making sure that their business is working fluently. There's not an issue in between. So companies, some of the companies don't have that much time to get into troublesome of handling different legal charges or entering into different contracts. So what they do, they give their work to consulting firms, and it's the consulting firms that provide them guidance on, let's say, company registration. Now I'm a proper like layman, I don't know how a company is registered. I will go to a consulting firm and ask them like, help me with company registration. As a lawyer, you are there guiding proper step by step process on how to register a company. So that's the type of role you can expect in a consulting firm. Or you can have roles like dealing with clients, guiding clients, or helping with company registration or intellectual property rights registration, such as trademark registration or patent registration and all. Now the major difference between these three roles is that in LPO you need to have proper knowledge about your contracts. In in-house counsel you should be aware of having few litigation skills as well, and in consulting firms you are majorly required to have knowledge about intellectual property rights and company registrations. Okay, now let us understand in few more career aspects as well. First is your compliance officer. These are your compliance officers or commercial lawyers who major in providing your financial or healthcare services. So there are setting up a business is one thing and running a business is one thing. So you need to have proper officers who are making sure that your business is properly compliant with the laws. You have your task is just not limited to starting a company. After registration of a company, there's further process where you have to annually file for an audit, annually follow the company compliances and all. So the role of, as a lawyer, working as a compliance officer, is to make sure that your company is fully compliant, such as it has followed all the data privacy laws, all the technology laws and all, it is properly following. So you should have proper knowledge in that field. When we talk about contract management, this is altogether a different field. So many people, like in law school, we just think that when we talk about contract, it is limited to contract drafting. Like, what is contract, essentials of contract, and drafting a contract, that's all it is about. But no, in fact, in company you have to work in overall management of a contract. So if it's just limited to drafting a contract, then a company which enters into thousands and multiples of contracts in a day, how they are going to manage those contracts, how they will be remembering that with which vendor they have entered into contract. So it is impossible for them to remember, correct? If they are entering into with hundreds of people in a contract in a day, it is impossible for any human to remember that with how many vendors they have actually entered into a contract. That is contract management process. It's a process where you are properly trained on how to manage a contract, means how to properly regulate a contract. So a contract process starts with signing of a contract and ends with expiration of a contract. So that is all about your contract management. Majorly, companies hire people who have end-to-end knowledge about management of a contract, that is overall step about life cycle of a contract, what a contract is all about. That's another type of role which you can expect, and this field is also currently in high demand. And you can see multiple job opportunities. If you'll just go and google about the same, you'll come across various multiple opportunities that demand knowledge about contract management. And as a fresher as well, you can get a job in this field, as well as majorly this job is provided to you by lpos only. Next is alternative dispute resolution. I'm very sure that some of you are already aware of what do you mean by ADR. In very simple terms, ADR means your how to resolve disputes outside court by way of alternative methods. So they are mainly your arbitration, conciliation, or mediation. This is again a very trending topic because court process, we all are aware of, take a lot of time, and also it is very expensive nowadays. So mainly companies prefer that they want to resolve matters outside court. That's why they hire arbitrators or conciliators. So as a lawyer, if you want to, right now, if you want to create your career in ADR, it's the right time that you start working on the same, because in future this field is also in high demand, and you can actually, starting from now, you can actually create your career in this field. And in fact, nowadays, even the judges are also providing much more support to the youngsters in creating their career in this field. So there are various other committees which you can join in order to get proper experience on how to become an arbitrator or conciliator. So for arbitrator, it can be a lot more that you need proper license, because majorly judges or experienced lawyers are made arbitrators. But for sure, you can start your career as a conciliator or mediator. And for this, you need to have proper knowledge about negotiation skills, how to negotiate between parties and all. So if you are planning to create your career in ADR, I'll suggest you to start working on your negotiation skills from now on. Any doubts so far? I'll take it as a no. So that's all about your career prospects. I hope that was fruitful for you, and this will provide you basic guidance on how you can select your career pathway. Now, moving on to your first task, what you have to do. First is your article writing task, which will be providing to you. So after this session, we'll be sharing a form in the group. You have to fill that up along with the area of interest. So it will be majorly your intellectual property rights, contract, or litigation, and few other options will be provided to you in that particular form. You have to select just one, and based on that, you'll be provided your internship tasks. Such as if you have interest in IPR, the article topic which you'll be getting will be based on IPR only. Okay. Now, quickly understand how you have to draft an article. Now, the first step in every article is that it should be properly structured. We don't want to read anything that is without any structure. It doesn't catch our attention, right? We totally leave it. Like, I am not able to understand anything. But if we provide the same thing in a proper structured manner where people can easily, even if we don't have proper time to read the whole article, even if we are able to just simply give it a quick eye and get to know what it talks about, that's fruitful. So that's what you have to do. First thing is, you will provide an introduction to your article. Now when we are talking about introduction, it means that you're providing a brief about the topic, what you are going to cover in your article, all the points you are going to discuss in your introduction. It's a major summary, following between your very few lines, maximum 10 lines, within which you have to draft your introduction. Okay. Next is your synopsis. Synopsis is basically your pointers of what are the more things, the detailed opinion about what are the things you are actually going to cover in the article. So introduction provides a brief about the topic, synopsis provide the sub points about your topic. So let's say if I'm talking about definition of a crime, now definition of a crime can itself be divided into two parts: mens rea, actus reus, elements of crimes, and all, right? So that's what the synopsis will do. It will subdivide the topics and provide you pointers of the same, that what you are going to discuss in your article. Okay. Next we have is body of the article. When we say body, it means that you are providing the detailed description of the topics which you have provided in brief in your synopsis. Following next is your illustrations or graph. So try to make your articles very catchy, that even if the person is not reading, they they directly pay attention to the graph or illustration which you have provided them. So they are able to understand what you have provided in your article. They are easily able to comprehend and understand the same. Finally, there will be conclusion. Now, conclusion is the way of ending your thing. Everything should end properly. You don't want to in between or rudely abruptly end something, right? There should be proper way of ending a thing. So conclusion is way where you are altogether summing up what you have mentioned in your article and putting an end to your article. That's the basic structure of your article. Once you have drafted your article, make sure that it is not plagiarized. Plagiarism means that you have not copied your article from anywhere. It should be your original work. You should not have you can take help from chat gpt, but you cannot copy your content from chat gpt. We do not recommend that. Right now you can copy it and submit it, but it will eventually not help you in your career, because now you are so much used to using AI that you don't know how to use your own mind, how to be creative. So be creative. You are here for learning, and you are currently in learning phase. So try to write your article your own way. How you can write it? You can read various other articles. Like, how to do it? First is, let's say you have been assigned with a topic, google about that topic, read various 3 to 4 articles, get an idea how you're going to draft your article, what are the points you're going to cover in your article. Then draft your own article based on that. You can take help from various other articles, you can, but your article should be of your own words. Now, there are various other things which you have to keep in mind while drafting an article. That is, first is your font style. Your font style should be Times New Romans. Your subheading should be 14 font size, and your topic should be 12. times New Roman 12. Okay, we'll be providing you these guidance in the group itself. So just for your reference, I'm mentioning it right now. Hyperlink. Now, what is hyperlink? When you're taking any information from any other place and you want it to be exactly the same. Okay, let's say that you have copied a particular line, and that line is so good that you don't want it to be changed at all. You can hyperlink that thing. Usually we can do this in case of case laws. So you cannot change the name of the case, correct? It is supposed to be the way it is. In that scenario, you can simply hyperlink. How What is hyperlink? It means that you are copy pasting the link of it. So let's say, in your word file, when you're doing it, the word hyperlink, whatever area you are copying from somewhere or you want to consider, you will select it like this, and over here you'll find, like in your word file as well, you'll find this thing, link. When you click on the link over here, from wherever you are taking that content, you're going to paste it and then click enter. That's how you do hyperlinking. Okay, hyperlinking is important in your article when you're taking an information from somewhere else. Let's say from Wikipedia you have taken some few lines. I'm not saying that to hyperlink the whole article, I'm just talking about few words or few phrases only. Okay, that you can hyperlink. Citation means your case law which you are using in your article. So that's what the citation is. Other things which you have to mention in your article is your name and college. So in every article you have to mention the first line, this article is written by your name, your college, and the current year which you are in currently. Okay, during my internship at Ledroit India, that's the first line which you are going to use in your article, and then you can start with the article. Now, when you're mentioning your name, make sure that you hyperlink your name with your LinkedIn profile. Is it clear? Now, I hope you have understood how to do hyperlinking. Can I have thumbs up that you have properly understood what is hyperlinking? Okay. Make sure that while mentioning your name, you are hyperlinking your name with your LinkedIn profile and mention the same in your article. Once your article is properly drafted, you have to submit it in proper deadline. Once it is submitted, it will be posted on Letroid's website, and from there you have to repost it on your LinkedIn profile and other platforms. Now, why we say so? Because you have properly invested your time and hard work in writing this article, and it is very important that you should be sharing about the same. It will help you in your legal career as well. When you're applying for jobs, you can mention about these articles that you have researched on these topics, and you can also make your LinkedIn audience aware of your legal research skills on what topic you have properly created drafted an article on. Okay, that's why we recommend you that you should post about your articles or whatever task you're doing during your internship with Ledroit. Post about the same on your LinkedIn platforms to make your audience aware of what are the things you are learning. It actually helps in having good connections as well. So that's all about your first task. We'll be sharing the link in the group. I hope this session was fruitful for you, and you, if you have any doubts, just let me know. We'll be happy to answer them. Any doubts?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
You had basically or a graph. So can we add, for example, if I find an illustration which is related